Hello and welcome to A Matter of Fact. With me this week I have Max Wilkins.
Hello.
Simon Egan.
Hi.
Laura Stevens.
Hello.
And I'm your host Kirby Rawstorn. For our third episode, the topic is ancient Greece, a group of cities, kingdoms and principalities that existed where the country of Greece now resides today. And with that, okay, so on to round 5. Our final round is free for all, a fact on whatever topic you like. Let's kick off with Max.
My topic for the free-for-all round is that ancient Greece had no standing police force and a messed up sense of justice. One area of ancient Greece that wasn't quite as enlightened as medicine, philosophy, etc. Was the sense of justice, the sense of policing. They had no standing police force. Citizens felt that it was unfair for one free citizen to have power and to police another equally free citizen. Therefore, in many cities in the ancient Greek states, foreign slaves were used to action arrests and warrants and things like that. Anyway, yeah, the way that I understand it is that the foreign slaves didn't act of their own accord. They had people to organise them and send them out to do certain tasks like action arrests and action warrants.
Handlers, if you will.
Handlers, a better way.
No, I think probably the best way to put it is there would be a sheriff.
Yeah,
and
exactly. Exactly. He would organise these
deputies.
Now, in Athens specifically, they had no slave police whatsoever. They had no team of slaves. They had archers, a certain subject of archers, which were Sicythian, I believe they were, archers, to keep the peace. They were essentially bouncers for the city, but they wouldn't pursue any form of justice. So in Athens specifically, it was the injured party's responsibility to bring an offender to the magistrates. Now, I don't know what you'd be capable of if you'd just been stabbed, but if you wanted that person to come to justice, it would be your responsibility. If somebody had just hacked off your leg, you would have to hop after them down the street, lay hands on them and try to drag them to the magistrates. Otherwise they wouldn't come to justice. And I just think that's really messed up.
So is this why video games are always so focused on like traps and various different like bits like that, especially in the ancient world? They seem to be focused on more stealth and all these kind of things. Is this because you normally have one leg missing before you actually went after your assailants?
All of the subjects of Tomb Raider and things like that were literally just anti-burglar alarms or anti-burglar devices set up to trap somebody's leg in a bear trap and then go, you were burgling my house.
I'm taking you to the magistrate.
Yes.
Yeah.
My fact was ancient Greece, no standing police force, slaves, and if you got stabbed, it was your responsibility to bring the stabber to the justices.
So basically Skyrim. Simon.
Right, well, personally I think if there's going to be a free-for-all in ancient Greece, then it's got to be about some of the myths and legends, because with most people, if you reference ancient Greece, as interesting as a lot of the technologies and the way the laws and everything is, but the majority of people, if you reference ancient Greece, then most of them will think of some form of myth and legend. So I went for ultimately the daddy, which in most people's eyes is probably Zeus, but in ancient Greek mythology, it's not. It's Prometheus, who was a titan. Basically, during the war of the Olympians and the Titans, Prometheus and his brother stayed out of the whole war. So afterwards, Zeus charged them with populating the earth. Basically, Prometheus' brother, Epimetheus, he got charged with creating all the animals. He was quite, from references, he was quite a reckless sort of person, but I think he just was one of these people who got up early. Maybe him and Prometheus were out having a couple of drinks after the war, fuck, everybody's dead, we'll get drunk. And he just happened to get up early because he created all the animals and gave them all their gifts, like swiftness, claws, snakes with venom, stuff like that. Like he created all these animals and gave them all these traits. Obviously Prometheus drank a little bit more, whatever, but he was a little late getting up. He was charged with creating man.
He didn't have his ancient Greek alarm clock, is that?
Exactly. He did not have his alarm clock sorted out, so he was charged with making man, which he created out of clay. The one thing that kind of I always find a little bit funny about these sort of stories is that there's gods creating things on the earth, but there's only so many things to go around. So I don't know what they use to create things, but somehow it's all run out. So when Prometheus got around to creating mankind, all the good stuff like claws and swiftness and really strong hearing and really good sense of smell, stuff like that's all been used up because maybe they had a bag with stuff in it. I don't know.
He had a spare bits box.
There's a box. When the gods are creating things for the earth, there is a box that's marked as stuff for earth, and you can't put any more things into it. There's just a limited amount of stuff in it. So the only thing Prometheus could find as he was scratching around in this creation box was reason. So
good.
Yes, exactly. So you have all the animals of the earth have all these traits, but yet mankind were given reason. For the only other reason that I can see is that that's all that was left in the box.
So we could have had claws, night vision, wings, the ability to breathe fire.
If the other guy hadn't already given them to the...
That's what I'm saying. If Prometheus had dragged his ass out of bed a little bit earlier.
Exactly. If he dragged his ass out of bed on time.
So basically mankind is half-ass created by Prometheus, a titan who didn't bother to get his ass off the ground to fight in the war against the Olympians and the Titans, in which case that the Olympians won, and he's charged with creating mankind. So you think, okay, we've got this titan, what the fuck are we going to do? Let's get it. So you have a half-ass titan making a half-ass people. And so after that, he must have thought to himself, fuck, this isn't going to pass. Because let's face it, all these animals have all these great things. I've given man reason. Great, they'll sit around and chat and get eaten by all the big animals.
Sit around wondering why bloody hell they haven't got anything better.
Exactly. Why the hell do we not have claws or a good sense of smell, or at least be fast enough to catch that animal that's running across there? So he said, "Fuck it, I got to do something." So he's gone and he's stolen fire back off Zeus, because Zeus originally had taken fire away from mankind.
Well, it depends on your source, but he gave him the power to look at the heavens.
Yes, okay, but I think you'll find my source is Poseidon's theology, which most of Greek mythology is based on.
What's your
Snake Eyes?
Sorry, Kirby. What's your source to contradict mine?
Well, there are multiple sources to contradict
give me
yours,
one.
and all of them contradict, and they're about the same time period.
Could it possibly be what's his name? I have it written down here somewhere.
It wouldn't be mine.
Ovid's Metamorphosis.
It could be,
because he kind of reinforces my theory on Prometheus stealing fire from Zeus.
No, I'm fine with Prometheus stealing fire. That's the main legend. But but there is generally a second thing that he gave to humanity, which is humanity's ability to see the heavens, which was as in see the gods, not just the heavens.
So let us.
No. The reason that what you're saying is the reason that Prometheus created mankind upstanding was so that they could see the heavens. So that's in the way he created them. It's not a gift he gave to him.
If we combine your two theories, then Prometheus created man to reason, why the hell was I left out of all the cool claws and various
and why the hell am I walking like this? No one else is walking like this.
And then they could look up at the gods and go, that's the reason then.
That's the reason. Basically, because Prometheus created man out of clay, and as he was creating man out of clay, he's looked at his brothers, obviously, which is the prize child or whatever, the talented one. So obviously Prometheus was the second.
Favourite kid.
Prometheus was either the first or the third child, because we all know the second one's planned. So the second one's planned. The first one's the oldest, which is always the child that gets everything. So Prometheus is probably the third child. The parents just they were out at, maybe having a party sometime. They all got a little bit drunk.
They gave him his brother's old clothes.
Basically, his t-shirt had accident written on the back. Or unplanned, whichever way you want to look at. So he's looked at what his brother's done and thought, I have to give mankind something else. They're not going to survive because all they're doing is sitting around thinking, why are we sitting around thinking?
Banging rocks together.
I'll get them some fire to keep them alive, to protect them from all my brother's creations that have all the good talents.
All the creatures.
Exactly. But from what you were saying, Kirby, the way that Prometheus created man out of clay. He made him upstanding so that he could see the heavens. I don't know.
I've read.
I don't know if it was a tribute to Zeus for letting him. I think more than anything else, he thought, I need something else here to when Zeus rocks up, like your boss rocks up. What you been doing all day? I've met a man. Okay, what does he do?
Complain.
He's got reason. Okay, because your brother's created billions of animals, and you've created one. Yeah, but he's upstanding. He can see you all in the heavens and worship you. Oh, okay, that's all right. Yeah, okay, fair enough.
Moving on. Anyway,
Laura, do you have another joke for us?
yeah, that's it.
Segue.
Lighten the mood. Laura.
Do I have a joke or a fact?
Joke, please.
Joke. It's your name Hades because you're boring me to death.
Well, it's a bit bitchy, but I like it. Yeah, thanks, Tiffany.
4.5 out of 10, Tiff. Not bad.
Have you got any real slayers there? Like proper mythological demon slayer type?
Yeah,
No.
there's got to be one that's actually
No,
a slay.
they're all atrocious.
What's his name? So, moving on. My fact next is that ancient Greeks were hipsters.
Who are?
Go on.
Fucking hipsters.
Somebody
Weird
say,
wax.
Me too, in all fairness,
somebody
yeah.
say that Simon is the negative one this week is wildly mistaken.
No. I actually have basis and legitimate grounds for this. I worked in Shoreditch for fucking 3 years.
I say no more.
Laura, I get the feeling you want to say something here.
Why did the hipster drink coffee? Because he drank it way before he was cool.
Why did the hipster burn his tongue when drinking coffee? Because he drank it before it was too cool.
Like, point out, I haven't eaten since 12:30 today.
Thank you, Max.
Thank you very much. I don't know if that is actually the joke.
That is the
That is the joke, yes.
I didn't
That
know
is the
that.
joke. I haven't eaten.
We've all heard it, we all knew it was coming, and then we couldn't stop it.
That's a shit joke. What can I do to improve it?
No, I haven't eaten.
You know what would be funny if he burnt his tongue?
I do apologise. You are correct.
We got there in the end.
I haven't got it written down.
We got them.
Hey, Max. To be fair, you were due.
Yeah, I was doing that actually at some point. Go.
Right, so, ancient Greeks were hipsters. Ancient Greek men rivaled each other in the excellence of their beards. Beard trimming became an art form, and barbers became leading citizens. For the ancient Athenians, the beard trimming was a common sign of manhood.
Well, the one good thing, at least, when you see a hipster on the street now, says, "Mate, you ain't cool." The ancient Greeks had that
Ancient
shit.
Greeks did it before you did, son.
You're not original, man. You're just a carbon copy of the ancient Greek society.
What's that? You got a little pet robot? I know a man that created one of those in 16 BC.
What's that Sony robot? What's he called?
Asimo.
Asimo, yeah.
Asimo, you're
I
shit.
know
The
Asimo.
Greeks had something.
Are we actually? I think we should all three go to
QI,
and just heckle him. Asimo, you shit.
I can see your pegs from here.
Just come up with a little diagram with some, pegs and cogs and various different. Here's your mum! Oh, sorry.
We've all had to go.
100010. No.
Oh, you can't say that. That's racist.
No, it's 100011.
101.
1001.
Okay, and that's the end of our round. So, just to recap, we've had Max's Messy Justice, Simon's Prometheus, my Hipster Greeks, and Laura's Homer. Simon, who are you going with?
Biased decision for me, and the simple fact of the matter is I hate hipsters. And more than anything else, the fact that I found out ancient history undermines their originality.
Go with guts.
I have to
Go with
go
your
with
gut.
Kirby on this one. I'm sorry.
Fair enough.
Okay, no, that's cool. I'm on board with that.
Laura, who are you going with?
I'm gonna go with Kirby's as well.
Okay, fantastic. Max, what about you?
I'm actually going to have to go with Kirby as well.
Oh, all right. So I'll just cross out that mark there.
It's amazing that the
Almost had a
Originality
It's-
people.
it's amazing that the beard aspect was a sign of status. I never considered it before.
No, but it's always on the statues, isn't it?
It's always, and they're always quite big,
But it
great
would
big
make-
bushy
But
beards.
to
They
be
are.
fair, you can kind of justify that for the technology of the time. When you discover that there's actually barbers and people employed in the sole purpose of actually
Just keeping the
maintaining that hipster look.
Oh, I thought you meant, I can't do chin lines. Can you do something a bit fuzzy, like a beard? And then the sculptor's just there going,
I see, yeah.
no.
I'm really crap at doing chins,
Yeah.
so I'm just gonna.
I'm just gonna do a beard.
Let's knock that bit off.
It'll make it rough. No, it's the
Sand
fact
it
that
down.
beard.
Is
Of
that
that
what
time,
happened
it's
when
like
you shaved, Max?
being clean
Yes.
shaven and having maintained sort of facial hair and whatnot, even though it was a common thing, but actually to have it fashioned is kind of like the same as what Max said. It's the fact that because I had read the same thing and found it quite interesting as well, but the reason I got my vote is obviously, as I said, the fact that it undermines any hipster's originality is beautiful as far as I'm concerned. Different point to Max, but as plausible.
Come on.
Grand. And I'm quite fond of messy justice, to be honest with. Well done, Max.
Thank you.
Okay, so that's me for that round, which means that the winners for this game are myself and Max.
Yay! It's my birthday, and I get to win the game.
That means
very
yeah,
happy with
Max.
that.
I think definitely
Pity
the fact
vote.
that it's your birthday means that's got to be worth at least half a point.
Yeah, I got
I
that.
know.
Yeah.
I
So
know.
the
I'm
winner
happy
of
with
the
money.
podcast is Max.
Yay! Woo! Thank you very much. I'll shake the hands of my defeated opponents. Thank you. Thank you. Ow. You can let go now, Laura. Ow. Thank you.
Okay, so the winner for our final round is Max. So thanks to all of you who have listened to us for our third episode of A Matter of Fact. It's with great pleasure I say thank you to Simon Egan.
Thank you.
Max Wilkins.
It was my genuine pleasure.
Laura Stevens.
Thank you.
And myself for joining me. I've been Kirby Rawson. Goodbye.
Bye.